Welcome, the What It Takes Radio Company, and we're proud to present today a program just for you. From booking to broadcasting, how to grow your audience, sell more books, and have more fun as a performance author. And Adventure 1. We begin with the story of my author daughter, and here's the deal. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen and friends. My name is Stan Hustad, and I'd like to entitle this little presentation, this little coaching event, from booking to broadcasting. I love books. I have had thousands of books. I've given most of them away, but throughout my life, as a teacher, as a broadcaster, as simply a reader, I've thousands of books. I love books. Books will always be with us. And one of the things that I have learned, however, is that, I'm not really an author because I didn't really engage in my book writing in order to be in the book business. It was simply supplementary to the other projects I had in life. And so I can't claim to be an author, but I think I can teach you or help you or guide you in a way that might help you, because you are the creators, you are the authors, you are the vital people in keeping civilization alive. So let me do what I usually do, and that is simply to say, let me tell you a story. It was Justine coming up. She was just about finally ready to graduate. My daughter, Megan, who, because we raised her overseas, didn't have television. She read books and all kinds of books. And her final year in college, she got a job with Barnes & Noble, and she thrived in it. And they thought she was wonderful because she was a lady of books and talent. In fact, she was also a pretty good writer. Her senior thesis at the University of Minnesota, the guy said, we ought to think about publishing it because it simply was a description of the early suffrage movement in the United States. She said, "Dad, I'm going to New York." And I said, "Well, really?" She said, "Yep. I've decided that I love books and I'm going to be a writer. And I'm going to get involved in the publishing business. And if you're going to be a writer, an author, if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. So I'm going off." And that's what she did. She and a friend, she told me that she had found out that she could get a job at the Union Square Barnes & Noble. And if she made $9 an hour, she could rent, along with her friend, this dumpy little apartment in Brooklyn, but it would be in a start. And off she went. And she became very, very successful, worked very, very, very hard, and has had quite a career at it, ups and downs and back and forth. And I've suffered through that career with her in many ways, where she cried out and said, "Dad, I don't think I can make it. I don't think I can make it." And I would say, "Please keep going. We won't let you starve. Just keep pushing on." And she's done very, very well. And one of the books she wrote, she actually interviewed Donald Trump as she featured him. And that was before he became all that he was. But of course, he was the world-class entrepreneur. And she learned an expression, and she uses it all the time. A New York City expression, which is, "Dad, here's the deal." Well, briefly, may I tell you, here is the deal. From booking to broadcasting, I think it's a step you're going to have to take, and I think it could be very helpful to you. First of all, what is happening is people are not reading as much anymore. There are less readers. There are more viewers, that's for sure. There are more listeners. There are more people seeking entertainment. But of course, the book business is hard. To make a living publishing books, to make a living writing books, it's tough. However, I think there is a way for you to discover that because of the challenges that are before us, plus the opportunities that we have, I'm not a booker, but I'm a broadcaster, and I know how to help people market themselves, how to engage in what I call performance marketing, putting on a show, helping people use the sound, the visual, the effects to make their mark in their marketplace, and in such a way they will be able to be much more effective in doing what they love, which is being somewhat introverted, but hey, in a business where they're going to have to perform, they're going to have to go out and speak, they're going to have to be on book tours, they're going to have to be on radio and television, they're going to have to live in an audio visual world, and they're going to have to learn how to perform in that world so that they can do what they love, which is to share their wisdom, insight, and truth, and tell their stories to the world, and that you'll be able to make a living in your world, even in spite of the difficulties in the real world. So that's the deal. That's what I'm going to try and do. So let's begin to work on that deal, and let me explain to you how we will help you keep booking on, but perhaps put a little bit of broadcasting in what you are, and most importantly, how you will make that do for you. And we welcome your thoughts, questions, suggestions. StanHusted@gmail.com, 520-664-7002, USA.